The video you're about to watch, if you choose to watch it, unfortunately was a little bit of a failure. I prepared my recording setup as I usually do and blithely went about reacting to the 2023 Oscar nominations live stream, and it was only later, after I'd finished everything and shut everything off, that I realised that a lot of the video I had recorded was corrupted, including, unfortunately, my most extreme reaction. I mean, if you're watching this video, you probably know what the Oscar nominations are, and you probably know what my most extreme reaction was, or maybe. But my most extreme reaction wasn't recorded properly, at least on the video. But I'm going to release this video nonetheless, because I think at the very least my audio reaction should be strong enough. And I think I know what the problem was. I think I had a loose connection between my camera and my laptop. So watching a reaction video where the most extreme reactions won't be on screen because it's too corrupted, I'm annoyed right now, but I'm going to release it nonetheless, and you should be aware before you decide to watch this video, if you decide to watch this video, that part of my reaction will be covered up by technical issues. So my apologies for that, but if you choose to continue, so be it. It is the 24th of January 2023, and the live announcement of the 2023 Oscar nominations is about to be announced, presented by Alison Williams and Riz Ahmed. Interesting combination. I wonder if Riz Ahmed is in England, because even though this is in Los Angeles 5:30 a.m, here in England it's a much more respectable 1:30 p.m. But yes, this is me reacting to the Oscar nominations as they're announced. I have the YouTube page on one half of my screen and a list of expected nominees as according to goldderby.com on the other side of the screen, and I'll be flicking through them and hopefully have instant reactions for surprising things which get omitted, because there's usually surprises, or at least mild unexpected things. I mean, the Oscars are getting more and more predictable, which is something I've been long complaining about, but yes, this is going to be the first of my Oscar season videos. I'm going to do another lengthy list of Oscar preview videos in the run-up to the ceremony, and also my personal award show and my personal top 10s of the year. So yeah, keep coming back to the channel if you've stumbled across this and find it interesting. But yeah, so I'm planning on doing a lot more videos in 2023, so hopefully you will like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff if you so desire. But for right now, let's react to some Oscar nominations, shall we?
Performance by an actress in a supporting role.
Okay, Best Supporting Actress.
Angela Bassett in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
The first MCU acting nomination
Hong
ever.
Chow in The Whale.
Fantastic. I'm so glad. Hong Chow, so decent. She's probably going to be my
Kerry
pick.
Condon in The Banshees of
Yeah.
Inisherin.
Although, yeah, I think it's probably between Bassett and
Jamie Lee
Condon.
Curtis in Everything Everywhere.
I
All at
didn't love
Once.
that performance, honestly.
And Stephanie Hsu.
That's the performance in
Everything,
Everything
Everywhere,
Everywhere All
All
at
at
Once I actually wanted nominated. So, yeah, that was totally expected.
And now we have the first of the two award categories that honor writers. The first is Adapted Screenplay. The nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front.
Yeah, All Quiet on the Western
Screenplay by
Front
Edward Berger,
is
Leslie
so going to
Patterson,
win
and Ian
Best
Stolten.
International Feature. It's already
Glass
won
Onion,
Netflix
A Knives Out
third
Mystery.
nomination. Yes,
Written
Glass
by Ryan
Onion.
Johnson. Living, written by Kazuo Ishiguro.
And Katsuo Ishiguro is one of the greatest living
And
novelists,
Top Gun
in my
Maverick.
opinion.
Screenplay by
Screenplay
Aaron
for
Kruger
Top Gun
and Eric
Maverick? Are you
Bonsinger,
kidding
and
me?
Christopher McQuarrie. Story by Peter Craig and Justin Marks.
screenplay for Top Gun Maverick.
And Women Talking.
The Whale?
Screenplay by
The
Sarah
Whale
Connor.
didn't get adapted screenplay? Are you fucking kidding
And
me?
here are the nominees for original screenplay.
Jesus.
The Banshees of Inisherin, written by Martin McDonagh. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, written by Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert. The Fabelmans, written by Steven Spielberg and Tony Kushner. Tar, written by Todd Field.
Tar is, I think, a very
And
underrated
Triangle of
script.
Sadness, written by Ruben Östlund.
I don't like Ruben Östlund's work, but yeah, that went chalk. But
Now,
Top
it's with
Gun
great
Maverick over The
pleasure that
Whale?
I get to announce this
Really?
year's nominees for Best Live Action Short Film.
which Riz Ahmed won last year.
An Irish Goodbye. Ifalu. Les Pupilles. Night Ride. And The Red Suitcase. Up now, the nominees
I
for
haven't got a
Best
fucking clue
Animated
about the
Short
shorts. I'm
Film.
sorry. I don't. Yeah. Maybe I'll
Boy,
catch
the
up with them
Mole, the
before
Fox
the
and the
Oscars.
Horse.
But, oh, I did see that one. I did because that was the Christmas
The
BBC
Flying
one.
Sailor.
That's very, very good. The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse. But
Ice
obviously haven't seen
Merchants.
Any of the others.
My Year of Dicks.
I love that that's an Oscar nominee. My Year of Dicks.
And an ostrich told me the world is fake and I think I believe it.
No comment. Here are the nominees for performance by an actor in a supporting role. Brendan Gleeson in The Banshees of Inisherin.
Okay, so Paul Dano for the Fabelmans.
Brian
hasn't got
Tyree
one.
Henry in
Yes! Nice. I haven't actually seen Causeway yet, but
Judd
I really
Hirsch in The
like Brian Tyree
Fabelmans.
Henry. Judd Hirsch gets the nomination, but Paul Dano
Barry
doesn't.
Keoghan in The Banshees of Inisherin.
2 nominees for Inisherin there.
And
with
Ki
Barry
Hui
Keoghan.
Kwan
Don't
in
quite see
Everything,
that,
Everywhere, All at
yeah.
Once.
Ke Huy Kwan's going to win it, but from what I understand, Judd Hirsch isn't getting as much screen time as Paul Dano. I mean, same way that Judi Dench over Katrina Balfe last year for Belfast. I mean, that was a travesty last year. Katrina Balfe should have got it over Judi Dench, but I haven't seen The Fabelmans yet. It's out in a couple of weeks here in the UK. But from what I understand, Judd Hirsch is not in The Fabelmans as much as Paul Dano is. So it's interesting that he got the nomination over Paul Dano. It's going to be interesting seeing how I react to it when I see The Fabelmans. But Top Gun Maverick getting screenplay over The Whale. The Whale is an exceptional piece of work. I mean, I think Brendan Fraser's going to win Best Actor. I'm so glad that Hong Chau got a nomination for Best Supporting Actress. She's not going to win. But of all the other nominations other than Brendan Fraser, I would have laid money that adapted screenplay would have gone for The Whale. But Top Gun Maverick? Oh Christ, this also means I'm going to actually have to watch Top Gun Maverick, doesn't it? So I just skipped it. It had no interest for me. But now it's an actual nominee in an above-the-line category. I'm going to have to watch Top Gun Maverick. So, yeah, that's added to the list. Oh, this also means that Eddie Redmayne did get nominated for supporting actor for The Good Nurse, which I think is a very, very good role, actually. It's not a great film, but Eddie Redmayne's performance in it is very, very good. So, yeah, Eddie Redmayne mildly surprised me that he got overlooked.
Here are the nominees for Achievement in Music Original Song. Applause from Tell It Like a Woman.
Diane Warren gets yet another Oscar nomination.
Hold My Hand
One of these
from Top
days she's
Gun
actually
Maverick.
going to win it. But it's probably going to be the song
Lift
from
Me Up from Black
RRR.
Panther, Wakanda Forever.
I mean, all of these just tracks they play over the end
Natu
credits.
Natu from RRR.
Yeah, Natu Natu. That's probably
And This
the
Is a
only
Life
nomination
from
that
Everything
RRR is going
Everywhere
to get.
All at Once.
Oh, that's a bit of a surprise, I think.
Now, next up, the nominees for Best Documentary Feature Film.
Documentary. This is impossible
All
to predict
That
usually.
Breathes.
Oh, that's most likely going to win All That Breathes.
All the Beauty and the Bloodshed.
Yeah, those are the two that seems to be the front runners. I'm really
Fire of
annoyed
Love.
I missed out on All That in the Bloodshed at my
A
local
House Made of
festival.
Splinters
Housemate of Splinters made it, okay.
and
I didn't
Navalny.
like Fire of Love, actually. So Descendant didn't make it. The Netflix documentary Descendant didn't make it.
Here are the nominees for Best International Feature Film. All Quiet on the Western Front, Germany.
Which is going to win?
Argentina,
I'm not a big fan.
1985. Argentina.
Argentina in 1985 won the Golden Globe,
Close.
which nobody saw
Belgium.
coming. Yes, close. Close is
EO,
awesome.
Poland.
Okay.
And The Quiet Girl, Ireland.
Quiet Girl. So Decision to Leave. Park Chan-wook's
Here are the
Decision to Leave
nominees for
did not
Best
make it.
Animated Feature Film. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Marcel the Shell with Shoes On.
I'm dying to see Marcel the Shell with Shoes on. That's
Puss
not
in
out
Boots,
here
The
yet.
Last Book.
Neither's that. And that seems to have got a lot of
The Sea
buzz
Beast.
recently. Nice, The Sea Beast.
And Turning Red.
Although The Sea Beast did take the place of Wendell and Wild, which is the Netflix animated feature I would have preferred. But The Sea Beast is very good. I prefer Wendell and Wild.
The nominees for Achievement in Film Editing are The Banshees of Inisherin,
Editing for the Banshees of Inisherin.
Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Tar,
Well, that's deserved. I mean,
and
Tar.
Top Gun Maverick.
Again, Top Gun Maverick. So The Fablemans misses out. And All Quiet on the Western Front
Next
misses
up,
out.
the
I mean,
nominees
All
for
Quiet on the
Achievement
Western
in
Front has been getting a
Cinematography.
lot of below-the-line nominations.
All Quiet
so,
on the Western Front.
Yeah, like cinematography, All Quiet on the Western Front.
Bardo, False Chronicle and A Handful of Truths.
Okay. Avatar
Elvis.
misses out.
Empire of Light.
Empire of Light. Roger Deakins on Empire of Light. That's the one
And Tar.
film I watched. I thought, yes, the cinematography. Oh, Tar gets another below-the-line nomination.
And now
Nice.
Achievement in Visual Effects. All Quiet on the Western Front.
Okay. That's an
Avatar,
interesting
The Way of Water.
nomination for All Quiet.
The Batman. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Okay, so there is an MCU film who
And
get
Top
nominated for
Gun
visual
Maverick.
effects. Oh, Top Gun Maverick is getting a disturbing number
It's
of
time for our final four
nominations.
awards. Here are the nominees for performance by an actor in a leading role. Austin Butler in Elvis. Colin Farrell in The Banshees of Inisherin.
Tom Cruise misses out.
Brendan Fraser in The Whale.
Yeah.
Paul Mescal in After Sun.
Interesting. Now, I did not like After Sun,
And
but the
Bill
fact he's
Nye
got an
in Living.
Oscar nomination, that's interesting. Bill Nye, yeah. Paul Mescal
And now
actually
the
made
5
it.
nominees for
Interesting.
performance by an actress in a leading role. Kate Blanchett in Tar.
It's between her and Michelle
Anna
Yeoh.
de Armas.
Interesting. I mean, Blonde was a
Andrea
bad film,
Riseborough
but she was good.
in To Leslie.
Holy shit, she did it!
Michelle Williams in The Fablemans.
She has just changed
And
Oscar
Michelle
campaigning
Yeoh in Everything
forever. A genuine grassroots campaign
categories
managed to
remain.
get
The
her
first is
an
achievement in
Oscar
directing,
nomination, but
and the
I'll
nominees are
come back to that in a minute.
Martin McDonough, The Banshees of Inisherin.
Oh, they're doing it by...
Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert.
Okay.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
I thought they would be doing it by director, but...
Steven
yeah.
Spielberg, The Fabelmans. Todd Field, Tar.
Okay.
And Ruben Östlund, Triangle of Sadness.
Ruben Östlund for director. Okay. But James Cameron misses out.
Now the final category. Here are the 10 nominees for Best Motion Picture of the Year.
All Quiet on the Western Front. Malte Grünet, producer.
I mean, it's the same as Drive My Car last year.
Avatar,
I mean, that's
The Way of
just
Water.
going to win.
James
international
Cameron and John
feature.
Landau, producers.
I mean, it's got so many nominations, All
The
Quiet.
Banshees of Inisherin. Graham Broadbent, Pete Chernin, and Martin McDonough, producers.
Elvis, Baz Luhrmann, Catherine Martin, Gail Berman, Patrick McCormick, and Skylar Weiss, producers.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Daniel Kwan, Daniel Scheinert, and Jonathan Wong, producers.
The Fabelmans, Christy McCosco Krieger, Steven Spielberg, and Tony Kushner, producers.
Tar, Todd Field, Alexandra Milchan, and Scott Lambert, producers.
Top Gun Maverick,
Ah,
Tom
fucking
Cruise,
hell,
Christopher
Top Gun
McQuarrie, David
Maverick.
Ellison, and Jerry Bruckheimer, producers.
Yeah.
Triangle of Sadness. Eric
Triangle of
Hemmendorf and Philippe Gobert, producers.
Sadness.
And Women Talking,
The Whale.
Dee Gardner,
The
Jeremy
Whale
Kleiner,
got
and Francis McDormand,
knocked
producers.
off. Oh, the Whale. Really underperforming, The Whale. Wow. Right. Oscar campaigning will never, ever be the same again. It used to be that film distributors and film producers could wheedle their way into an Oscar nomination. I mean, the problematic character of Harvey Weinstein was very, very good at this. I mean, see Shakespeare in Love getting Best Picture. I mean, a full-on publicity campaign is what you needed to get an Oscar nomination. That is the way it has been. That is the way it will always be, or everybody thought it will always be. And so many times, very deserving Oscar nominations, or potential Oscar nominations, got overlooked. I mean, like, there was a story way back in the day, Anne Dowd, who most people nowadays will know for her supporting role on the TV show The Handmaid's Tale. But Anne Dowd got loads of attention for a very, very small independent film called Compliance. Now, Compliance is a really, really hard film to sit through because it's basically about a young woman getting sexually abused, sexually assaulted, and Anne Dowd is the owner or the manager of this fast food restaurant where this assault takes place, and she allows it to happen. Very, very hard to go. I mean, and Anne Dowd is brilliant in it, but she had to mount her own Oscar campaign. She sent out screeners herself off her own money because the film was so small it couldn't afford a proper Oscar campaign. So Anne Dowd sent out screeners herself. Didn't work because it was just too small a film. The example that I always give, I mean, on my audio podcast, which if that's your thing, yay, nay, or meh.co.uk, but on my audio podcast, which I've been doing for 10 years or so now, the example I always give of why the Oscars is so broken and how wrong it can be is Rebecca Hall in the film Christine. Now, Christine is a film about Christine Chubbuck, who was a local news reporter in, I think it was Sarasota, Florida, who in the late 1970s, early 1980s, committed suicide live on air. And Rebecca Hall played, the last few days of Christine Chubbuck's life. A brilliant searing portrayal of clinical terminal depression. Rebecca Hall was fantastic in that film. Clearly deserved an Oscar nomination in my opinion, but Christine was such a small film that it couldn't get a proper Oscar campaign. But Andrea Riseborough's actually done it. She has managed to get an Oscar nomination through a grassroots Oscar campaign. I mean, Andrea Riseborough is a good enough actress. I mean, she's a brilliant actress. I mean, I haven't yet seen For Leslie. I mean, I was planning maybe seeing it. I'm going to have to see it now. But she was also really good earlier in the year in Here Before, a Northern Irish ghost film, kind of ghost film. But she was brilliant in that. So, I mean, she is a very well-respected actress and has clearly worked with a lot of people. And she started communicating with her friends. She was in this film To Leslie, so she got her friends saying, you know, you're an Academy member, here's my film To Leslie. And there's been a grassroots campaign on Twitter that Andrea Riseborough, her friends are saying, look at this film, it's really good. And these are friends who are Academy members who are saying on Twitter, this film that Andrea Riseborough's in, To Leslie, it's really, really good. And she's actually managed to do it. She's managed to get herself a grassroots Oscar nomination. And if Andrea Riseborough can do it, how many other people can do it? Back in the day, if Anne Dowd was on Twitter and had enough friends, she could have got an Oscar nomination. Rebecca Hall, if she had enough friends on Twitter, could have got an Oscar nomination. She's actually managed to do it. My God. And it shouldn't be overlooked that this does mean that Danielle Deadwyler didn't make the cut. And that was, everybody assumed, was a locked-on Oscar nomination for Best Actress for Till. And Danielle Deadwyler is very, very good in Till. So yeah, I mean, of the favourites, Viola Davis didn't make it, and honestly, I don't think Viola Davis was especially good in The Woman King. So, I mean, that was a nomination I was never particularly fond of. And Danielle Deadwyler missed out. And Ana de Armas made it. A good performance in a film that everybody hated. And Andrea Riseborough made it with a grassroots campaign. It's going to be absolutely fascinating seeing the Oscar season, the Oscar campaigns for next year. I mean, if Andrea Riseborough can get a nomination for a tiny, tiny film like To Leslie, who else can do it? I'm just flabbergasted by that. I mean, that's some really good stuff. I mean, yeah, All Quiet on the Western Front got a lot of nominations. I mean, that's clearly going to win Best International Feature. That was always going to win Best International Feature. But I would like to give a shout out for one of the other films that was on the 15 film long list. And that's the Moroccan film, The Blue Caftan, which I saw at a film festival over in Bristol, which is, I live in Bath in the southwest of England. The Blue Caftan is awesome. I really, really like it. Do keep your eye out for that when it comes out, if it comes out. But yeah, Park Chan-wook's Decision to Leave didn't make it. And The Whale got snubbed. I mean, it didn't get a Best Picture. It didn't get Best Adapted Screenplay, which really, really surprises me. And Top Gun Maverick did. Screenplay? Really? But, yeah, I'm going to have to watch Top Gun Maverick now. But, wow. I think those are my somewhat chaotic first impression, first thoughts about the Oscars. Andrea Riseborough in The Whale, largely out, is kind of what I'm thinking at the moment. So, yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you consider subscribing and liking and coming back for my lengthy Oscar preview videos. Last year's Oscar preview videos are in a playlist on my channel if you like to see the kind of thing that I intend to do again this year, although I do have a sparkling new camera since last year, so I will actually appear on screen. So yeah, that's all I've got to say, and I'll see you next time where I shine at 8 on cinema, both obvious and obscure.